Don't settle for fakes. My duel-taining is the real deal.
Hey everyone, it's me, MechLords. I just got to King of Games with Hero, and the reason why it took me so long to get to King of Games is because I'm bad at the video game Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I am a bad player. I'm bad. But for real, I played PK for like most of his climb, and it left me very, how do I put it? Very frustrated, because like there's every other game that I would lose, I'd be like, oh, I should have went for this other play instead, which is not like the optimal way of thinking. But it's like there was one game, right? I played against Yusaku. I'm going first against Yusaku. I'm thinking, okay, this could be Salmon Great Code Talker. I'm just gonna go for the Requiem line because I can. I don't have any follow-up, but I've like I had two back through. I forgot what they were. I think there was one. There was no Forbidden Lands for sure, but there was like one Book of Moon. No, actually, I went for Olivia plus Requiem setup and one Book of Moon set. I remember that. So I'm like, okay, this is like pretty decent. But in my mind, I was like, what if I had gone for like a Levia plus just the regular Ancient Cloak and Wing set in the back row just in case they like playing a very OTK-centric strategy. Like, this is not gonna happen. Anyway, they were playing Trickstar, their first move was Dark Hole, and then they had Festival, and Candina, and Korobane, so I just lost. And this game was, like, very frustrating. Anyway, this is not this deck, this is not Phantom Knights, I switched to Hero, because Hero is just quicker, just wins games quicker. One thing that I've learned during this climb is that if you get a connection issue while on a win streak, the win streak is cancelled, but if it's the win streak to KoG, you can still get to KoG. So this was like, I had like 4 wins. I think I had a pretty decent win streak. Like I lost, okay, so I lost against this guy that was on Infernoids, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 win streak. And then cancelled, and then the rank up KoG match anyway. Maybe it's not actually, it's probably some other loss that I blocked out because I hate losing to terrible decks. I've played against so much Rose Dragon. I absolutely hate this deck. I really want Wax Rose to be limited one. Not even kidding. This guy is just way too busted for what it does. Really I want Crusadia Mech Knight to be nerfed to the ground. PK probably deserves a nerf, but it's like not the most annoying deck to face, and everyone is coming prepared for it. So yeah, what a fun climb, what a fun format. Really looking forward to the Casey Cup next month. This is the deck that I played. As you can see, I brought a couple of changes. I played Crackdown instead of Compulse for a couple of games, but I found Compulse to be more interesting. I went back and forth between the two, and I don't have Ice Dragon's Prison. Oh, I remember, the guy that I blocked was because they was playing on Fountain Knights with Ice Dragon Prison, and I just absolutely hate this card. This card should also be like limited one or banned or something. Just way too good for Duel Links. It's absolutely insane. I'm really salty and upset today, but I'm still gonna try my best to be entertaining. So yeah, I played a previous version with Neos Fusion and Gem Knight Lazuli. The idea is Neos Fusion bins Lazuli and Neos as a material and then retrieves Neos, so you can still Neos summon and search Super Poly. That never happened. What did happen is that I opened Lazuli like every other game, and I don't think I've seen Neos Fusion like once on my first turn. So that was fun. What else is there to say? Liquid Soldier is still absolutely incredible. I lost one game because I summoned Sunrise with already one Miracle Fusion in hand, and you can't change chain order in Duel Links, so it went Sunrise, CL1, Liquid Soldier, CL2. I drew the other Miracle Fusion with Liquid Soldier, and then I was done, because what else was I going to do? And so yeah, Sunrise didn't search anything, and then I think I definitely lost this game because of this single interaction. That is very fun. Maybe I should not have activated the Sunrise effect knowing this. I don't know. It seemed just too stupid to pass on. What else happened? Nothing much really. Just decklist is pretty standard. 3 Stratoses, 2 Liquid Soldier, 2 Blazeman. That's a lot of like... One thing I found about the deck is that there's a lot of like cards fighting for the normal summon, which can get annoying sometimes, but it's a bit of decision making that is not too difficult. Like summoning Neos and searching Super Poly is like 99% of the time the best play, especially like if they remove the Neos from the field, you can still search the Super Poly with skill, which is really cool. Super Poly is there, Summoner's Art is basically a full copy of Neos. 3 Books of Moon, which actually came really handy. I think I get to showcase this in the replays that I'm going to show you. Miracle Fusion, I think I only have 2. Yep. But 2 is fine. 1 Poly is definitely fine. You can search another one of the skill if you really need it. And 2 Compulsors, I'd probably play 3 if I add 3. Maybe I'd play IDP if I add it. Just IDP is just insane. Just insane. Extra deck is Shining, Great Tornado, Nova Master, which is a very funny card that I actually enjoy. 2 Sunrise because I only have 2, but 2 is enough. Gaia, which does come up sometimes. Escoriado, oh, I've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time. And Phoenix because I don't want to get A-blocked. It never happened, by the way. I haven't played against a Mech Knight player using Ibli ever since I put this in the extra deck. So you should still do it, but I don't know what to tell you. Okay, replays time. This one, the first one is the mirror match, and I think it's a really cool mirror match to be showcasing for one very specific reason. I'm going first, they are going second. That's how order works, and we're both on Hero Alliance, which is pretty cool. I haven't checked that deck, maybe I should. So, I open Neos, so basically just the simplest play available to man. Let's look at Neos for a second. Do you think Neos looks cool? I don't think he does. He looks really weird. Anyway, I don't like Neos. Anyway, activate Hero Alliance to search Super Poly. Set Book of Moon, set Super Poly, pads. So, decent. My opponent goes Mystical Space Typhoon, targeting the Book of Moon. What I do here is really important. First of all, they went for the Book of Moon. If they went for the Super Poly, well, there was no way they would have known that, but I would probably have lost the game. I go for Book of Moon on my own Neos, because if they do have Super Poly, and they have many ways of, well, they can search it with the skill, they could use my Neos as material. But if it's face down, it's considered unknown it's not known information for your opponent, so it's not a legal material for super polymerization. Which is neat to know, so, you know, cool interaction. Anyway, I set my own Neos down. They activate Neos Fusion, which is weird, because they send Liquid Soldier, even though they can't use it this turn. I guess they're planning for the long game. But they also send Neos, so, well, I guess that's Neos Fusion, that's what it does. Then they normal summon Stratos, and then activates the Stratos effect in order to pop back row. I changed Super Poly because I still have it, discarding my own Stratos. Maybe there was a mistake to discard Stratos. I don't know what they were doing next turn anyway. And I summon Sunrise, which is very funny. I get to summon Sunrise on their turn. Sunrise such as the second Miracle Fusion. Then they set one and pat. I'm like, oh boy, this is the easiest 30k. I top deck Stratos anyway because I'm good at the game. Stratos effect, they change Super Poly. This is such a funny game. This is such a funny game. They hard open Super Poly and they... Oh, which is why I'm saying, like, if I hadn't flipped my Neos down, or if they destroy my own Super Poly, I definitely would have lost this game. Get to add their own Miracle Fusion, but it doesn't matter because they have everything needed in order to go for a second Sunrise, and then Miracle Fusion again for, I think I go for Nova Master. I probably could have went for like the Shining, which would have been the better option 99% of the time. But the Nova Master is really funny. Anyway, I have Leadfall on board, so I just pop his Sunrise with my Sunrise and attack directly. For game with, I give Neos the final attack, which is not important at all, but it's very funny as well. What a funny game. It was actually like the funniest game of this entire line. Second game I'm going to show you is my KoG game. So one that happened after the weird connection issue. See, winning again rank, that's my KoG rank up game. Hooray! So you know I win this one anyway. Well, I win all the games that I'm showing today. And they are playing fossils. Spoilers alert, by the way. But I do open Neos in the way of Summoner's Art, so activate Golem. I forgot what the new Golem does, but I haven't really been paying attention to this deck. It seems really interesting. Maybe I'll get to play it someday, but I don't want to dig through that main box just for a second copy of Weathered Soldier. Maybe I should. Anyway, they banish my Neos and they attack our Crusader in order to go for Skull Convoy, which I'm not sure is the best. Wouldn't it be better to go for the Fossil King? I don't know anything about this deck. If you know about this deck, let me know. They send the Weather Soldier with Miracle Rupture. And since they have Fossil Fusion in the bin, they also get to draw a card. They activate a second Fossil Fusion to go for Fossil Warrior Skullbone. I've never read any of these cards, and I haven't started doing so today. They activate Time Stream, tributing the Skullbone to go for Skull Knight. And I guess that's their turn 1 bone. So, I don't know if it's good or not for fossils. I don't know anything about the deck. So, such Neos with Summoner's Art. I'm like, what do I summon? I decide to go for Neos anyway. This is when I noticed that the Convoy has an effect, by the way. It doesn't matter, I just get to such Super Poly. And then Super Poly, the Convoy and my Neos in order to go for Gaia in attack position. And then Gaia's effect activates, and then I realize, wait, if I attack his guy, I give him a Fossil Fusion, and I don't think this is what I want to do. I don't do anything, he only has his top deck to bail him out, 2 Fossil Fusions in grave, so I should just not attack. In Insight, was probably a bad idea to summon the Gaia in attack position, but things worked out. This is my literal no knowledge of the deck showing up. He activates Time Stream in grave in order to summon the Skull Convoy again. I had no idea, I've never read Time Stream before. I decide to Book of Moon my own Gaia again. I say again because this is the second time I've Book of Moon my own guy, and it worked out. Such a very funny play to be doing. Anyway, Blazeman is going to be summoned here, searching me a polymerization. I have no idea what this set is. I'm thinking it's the trap that sends a rock to grave and deals 500 damage, so you can say tackle Crusader for disruption. Knowing this, I still go for the exact same play I would have otherwise, and I'm right. Anyway, I go for Sunrise with the Liquid and the Stratos in hand. Search Miracle Fusion, draw the other Miracle Fusion, which is extremely funny, because this is ultimately what... I don't think I had lethal event without the second Miracle Fusion. I don't know, I haven't done the math. But it's really cool. I get to make Sunrise again and activate the second Miracle Fusion in order to go for Great Tornado. Great Tornado, great card. Really cool card. And it has like so many attributes on the field. Big attack all around. So I just one bam and it's totally an OTK. Would it have been an OTK without the Great Tornado? I think so. I think I still had like so many big attack monsters and lethal anyway. So yeah, that was lethal. And that's how I got to KoG. Hooray. And the last replay is against Garnol. And Garnol is playing a very cool, very unique deck that you're gonna see a lot of in the upcoming months, maybe weeks even. Just open Neos. You have like a 50% chance to open Neos if you play 3. I decided to play Summoner's Art, so it's basically a 4, and I have like a 65% chance of opening it. And even in hands in which I don't open it, it's not like over. It's not as good, but you still have like Blazeman plays, or the ability to like poly into Sunrise and set up for next turn, which is decent, I guess. I've had some really bad hands. Anyway, set 2 pass. Set Book of Moon, set Super Poly. Classic play. They summon Card Trooper, activate Book of Moon to flip their Card Trooper down and deconcede. That's the third game that I'm going to show you. It's not funny. It's very short. I was like, what were they playing, right? Were they playing a weird version of Infernoids? Because they were like on 30 cards, right? Well, I'm going to show you. And this was Garnol's deck. It's just a Graveyard Turbo. Just every card that wants to be in the graveyard. Lots of 3s, a couple of 6s, so you have a rank 3 pool, a rank 6 pool, and a single 9 sinker. What I'm trying to say here is, if you have been struggling to get to KoG, don't give up, because people like Garnol over here are going to be opponents, real people that you're going to be facing and giving you 3 W's, like, you don't even know. I get it, it's like mentally taxing and exhausting sometimes to grind to King of Games. And if you've, like me, gotten King of Games like a dozen times, it doesn't really matter anymore. You're like, why should I even do this? I'm gonna give you a reason why. 200 gems. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this gave you the necessary strength in order to climb up those few last remaining ranks before you get to your objective. It doesn't have to be KoG. Your objective can be like getting to plat or even getting to gold, and it's fine. It's completely fine. So as long as you're happy and satisfied with yourself. Take care, everyone. I'll see you. I don't know.